Hello, guys. My name is Ikenya Tripp, and this is my wife, Nicole, and this is my story. I had the opportunity to be raised in a Christian home. Mom and dad were wonderful examples of what it was to be godly parents, and so they had a pretty rough upbringing, and so it was important for them to have incorporate God in the home. And so that's all my siblings and I knew was to be in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. And so we were able to watch them walk faithful with the Lord. But it wasn't until when I was about 12 years old, my dad pulled my brothers and my sister and I up, and he sat us down on the couch, and he began to share the gospel with us. And he began to tell us about the Lord and what he had done for us, and just share the wonderful story of the gospel. And so I didn't take anything from it at that point in time. We kind of left that situation. A little later on, my brother and I and a mutual friend were riding bikes, and we had stopped for a break, and that story came up, and we began to talk about the Lord and heaven and hell. And I remember my brother being heavily convicted about it. And so he went ahead and asked the Lord into his heart and his life at that moment. But I still walked away, not asking God in my heart. I knew that I was still a sinner. And so later on that night, I remember just wrestling with the Lord about that, and asking myself where my destination would be. And I was wrestling back and forth with God, and finally he broke me down. And I remember walking downstairs in my basement, and there was a TV at the foot of the basement there. And I remember just bending down at the foot of that TV and asking the Lord to come into my life and be my Lord and Savior. And so I remember making a promise to him at that age that I would do my best to walk with him and live for him, no matter what come my way. But I can honestly say that through all of that, the Lord has been good, and that he's walked with us through it. And so I'm just grateful that he has shown himself evident and present in our lives. We're closer than we ever were before because of what we've gone through. And I'm just so grateful to have the Lord in my life.
I'm Nicole Tripp, and my story is, well, pretty much I was raised in a Christian household too, having both of my parents. I can say that I was fortunate enough to have all of my grandparents, both sets of my grandparents as well, and all very much Christian family. So there wasn't a lot of room for error with my family. I went to a Catholic school and a private Catholic all-girls school. So I remember as I'm going to school that there were a lot of contradictions to what I was learning at church. One being, I remember so many times our class would go to this Mary statue in the middle of the garden and start praying. And that was always confusing to me, because I knew the Bible did not talk about praising statues or worshiping these statues. So I would always question that. And of course, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, they were also of the generation of open it up and figure it out. So I would have to open up the book and figure it out on my own. This one year, my grandmother wanted my cousin and I to go to Vacation Bible School. And it was probably my most memorable year because I had to study the Sermon on the Mount. But as I was studying, I would say that's when I drew closer and wanted to learn more about my Lord and Savior. And that was the year that I became baptized and asked the Lord into my life. Going further, having a family, being married, and this is where Ikenya and I come into play, is, my husband passed away, my mother passed away, my dad passed away. We had a lot of deaths in my family, and through those deaths is when I sought the Lord even more. He drew me closer even more. So even though I was saved as a 10-year-old, I would honestly say I've never felt closer to him than this moment in my life.
One thing we love about Bible Baptist is the unity that we experience here, the fellowship, man. We just love coming together. What Nicole and I do is we head college and career, and then we head grief share ministry. And through our tragedy, we want to be a blessing to people, an encouragement, let them know that there is hope beyond your hurt. And so we just have the privilege to be able to serve here in Bible. We both love it.
We are the Tripps, and the good news has changed our lives.